So what are breaker blocks? Breaker blocks are actually areas price mitigates and then reverses back to its previous direction. So to the opposite direction. So yes, without further ado, let's get into examples of breaker blocks. So breaker blocks actually gives you an idea of where price might mitigate. So should we call it support and demand? Support and resistance. Okay, so you see price rallying to the downside. You do see price trying to the downside, make a high, a low, then break the high. So meaning this particular place becomes your breaker. You find an order block here. But first, what you do need to see sometimes most importantly is price comes back, tapping on this particular area here, then shooting back to the upside, right? Then for a good rally, it goes in a very huge, you know, profits if you're actually trading it. So right now, let's go into examples of breaker blocks. So you can see one of it is here. See price came down and then went up, became back down. And what do you see after this place? Price tapped into this particular breaker block and rallied back to the upside. So actually, if you are going to trade this, it is going to be simple for you because you are going to have a very good risk to reward. So let's pick this and that because some do pick from the wicks alone and move with it. So you can see from here, you come to pick from the wicks. I'll have a very good risk to reward ratio. So with this, I am actually going to target my first high. So where did price come from? So price came from this particular high right there, right? So came from this high. So this is my first high that I'm going to target. You can see price came into it perfectly, then went down, mitigated, then rallied, and then started shooting back to the downside. So you can see so perfectly that with this, you would have been able to hit a good amount of 5.5. And better still, if you are going to trade down to this particular zone, you would have still put a good risk, either 1 to 2 or something. Okay, and which is a very good risk to reward. You can see so with this you have 1 to 2, and as a normal trader, this shouldn't be a problem for you, and you take it with ease, right? So if you are going to actually hold it in a lock profit, then you would have probably been taken out from this particular area here, I guess. So which would have landed in a very good profit as well, and a very good trader will do that. Or maybe if you are aggressive enough, you can even land around here, or probably even when price goes up to this area, you see this coming down, making series of lower lows and lower highs. Then you do close it maybe from here, and then you get a very good boost reward. So let's go to the next example of breaker block. So you don't expect it to be perfect, okay? You never see a perfect breaker block, okay? So let's go. So we have this particular one right here. This one hasn't held that much, but let's highlight it. You can see, so we have it here. It came and actually wicked this, and so yeah, but it's still held. Okay, it's still held. So we have another one right there. So this particular breaker block held for this whole. You can see how price actually reacted to this. So let's go to the next one. We have other breaker blocks that have been mitigated for quite a very long time. So you see we have this whole range. Okay, this one would have been considered a breaker block, but let me consider this whole range because it's so messy. Okay, so and then this whole range becomes the breaker block. So better still, let's look at this one, right? So this breaker block held. You can see how it came mitigated into it, right? Went up, hit the first order block right there, and then went back up. Okay, then another breaker block is here, which also held very strongly. So you can see, as I said, it will hold. You just need to train your eyes on seeing them, right? Just train your eyes on seeing them. So you have price coming, mitigating, and going back there, right? Just train your eyes to see them. And another breaker block is here, right? So, guys, you need to train your eyes to be seeing this all. So, what do we pick? Which one has the strongest move? So, the move came from here to this place, went up. Then let's call this a very straight move because this particular one didn't break structure actually. So, you can see, so this becomes the whole breaker block area on the 2 hour. If we had shifted the 2 hour, that's where the breaker would be. We see it so nicely presented, and as I said, so yes, so you can see that. Okay, you can see this wick. Okay, so you can see that this wick has presented itself perfectly, and you would have been taking this probably as a buy. Yes, good amount of risk to take. And the other breaker block I'll mention is this one right there. Okay, so it's easy to find. Just train your eyes to see them. Okay, just train your eyes to see them, and you can see another breaker block found here. Okay, so it's just easy for you to see them. You just need to train your eyes, as I said. Nothing is difficult. Everything needs practice, right? Everything needs practice. So we have another breaker block right there. So as I said, breaker blocks are everywhere. You're going to find them everywhere. But the question you need to always ask yourself is, how do I, how many times has breaker block failed? Okay, instead of asking yourself, how do I identify them? Ask yourself, how do they fail, right? So you can see a whole lot of them has been presented to me. So I think my network is not allowing me to see these particular areas here. But I think this is enough for the day, and I hope this video actually shows you how to be able to identify breaker blocks. And the next breaker block I'm looking forward to for this one, right? So this is actually an order, but I think price should mitigate on one of this. So probably you should be like, this is USD JPY, and this, you can see the breaker block covered everything. And you can see as I said, so everything has been marked and covered. And yes, so guys, so hope everything goes on well, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next episode. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and I wish you all a happy, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance.